okay, sorry. Guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing fine. So today's video is going to be a very interesting one. It's going to be my labor and delivery vlog. If you've not already, please don't forget to support me by liking this video, and please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell, and also share this video with your friends. So today's video is going to be a very exciting one for me, because this is actually the first time I'll be doing like sharing like a labor and delivery story, because it's quite personal to me. So like you guys know, I had 3 boys. I just recently had my beautiful baby. While I tell you guys the story, I'm going to put in some clips. I actually tried to vlog, but it was a total fail. It's just not meant to be for some people like me. So my baby right now is sleeping. She's with my mom, so my mom is around helping out. So baby is with my mom, so I'm just going to quickly do this video. And then so with my first son, I had the normal natural delivery, then with the twins I had an emergency C-section, because I had them very early at 30 weeks due to some complications, but everything went well eventually, we thank God. Then now 5 years later, when I found out I was pregnant, I was so happy and so excited, and at that moment we just decided not to find out the sex of the baby, because we know that people are gonna want to know, like, what are you gonna have? I know you want a girl, please God give her a girl, because she has boys already. So with the pregnancy, everything has been going very well. I do go for my normal antenatal checkups and all those things, and did all the blood tests and everything. The pregnancy has been smooth. That is why we gave her name. Her name is Ijay, and it actually means smooth, beautiful journey. Everything went well with this pregnancy. So with the labor, when I got to 37 weeks, some people will say once you get to 37 weeks that you're full term, but nowadays they say 37 weeks is no longer full term, that it's 39 weeks. So I don't know. But I know that when I get to 37 weeks, some people go into labor at 37 weeks. I was expecting to go into labor at 37 weeks, but with my first son, I did the normal delivery, and I went on for 41 weeks before I had my first son. So I actually thought this time it might be different, because pregnancies are different. So when I was at 37 weeks, it was getting so difficult for me. And I had 3 boys, and age 6 and 5 is just crazy. Like, they just make it so difficult for me. Seriously, I have to wake up, get them ready for school, and all those things. Sometimes it's so hard. So at 37 weeks, I was like, I hope this labor is gonna come, and I started doing the squat and some of the things they say you should do to help bring labor quickly. So at 38 weeks, nothing happened, no labor. I do have the Braxton Hicks contraction sometimes. When I got to about 39 weeks, I noticed I started having the Braxton Hicks contraction a lot more, every day. Like, I have it like 8 to 10 times in a day. I do have it a lot in a day, but it doesn't hurt. Like, you guys know, those of you that have given birth, that Braxton Hicks contraction is like a practice contraction, so it's not a real labor, So when I was at 39 weeks, I was scheduled for my next appointment when I will be 40 weeks and 2 days. That's when I'm supposed to see my doctor next. And when I got to that day that was supposed to be my due date, that was 19th of August 2018, on that day came, and that day just passed and nothing. I was like, when is this labor gonna come? Like, I need this. When you get to the end, like, you feel as if you can't take it anymore. You just want it out. Like, you want it out. Like, what am I gonna do? You want it out. So when I got to 40 weeks and 2 days, I had my appointment. I had the appointment with my doctor, but before then I had an appointment with the midwife. And I actually thought that, like, here in England, they don't even check your cervix. They don't want to. I don't know why. I asked the midwife, they said they don't do it, they don't need to do it. You know, I don't know why, but I know in some countries they do check the cervix every time to see how many meters you've dilated and all those things. I went to the midwife, she said everything was okay, everything was fine, we'll just wait for labor to come and contractions to start, you know. So the next day I went for my doctor's appointment, and the doctor checked and said that the baby was not engaged. When the doctor told me that baby was not even engaged, because I heard that that's one of the signs of, you know, that labor will be coming very soon, I was really discouraged. I was like, why? Like, seriously, this baby should just come and let me be free. Like, I was dying to meet my baby as well, you know. So the doctor actually scheduled me for a C-section the following week, and he told me that at least he has given me enough time. If the baby doesn't come by then we'll have to go ahead and have a C-section. So in a way, that when he told me that, it actually bothered me, and I'm like, I'm gonna do everything I have to do to see if I can have a normal delivery. You know, it's not our say, it's God's say at the end of the day, but I really wanted a normal vaginal birth delivery. What happened was, when I went home, I was a little bit down, and my husband was like, why are you feeling down? I told him I don't want to have a C-section, I just want to have the normal vaginal birth delivery. So the doctor told me that I'll be given epidural, you know, because of my history, you know, because I've had a C-section and now I want to have a vaginal birth, which is, they call it Vbac. So they're going to give me an epidural in case if the scar that I have, if it ruptures, you know, they can just take me to the theater and have a surgery immediately or something like that. So, and to be honest, I didn't really like the epidural because if you've gone through the process of putting that stuff on your spinal cord, you know it's not nice at all. I just didn't want it. So my due date was 19th, and when I got to 22nd of August, what I actually did, I researched on YouTube and I saw people were talking about castor oil. I know some people are like, you know, if you drink it, it might make your baby to poo, and when your baby poo, it affects the baby, blah blah blah, and all those things. It does have the side effect, but a lot of people said it actually worked for them, and they said when it affects the babies, maybe because you have taken too much. So what I decided to do on the 22nd of August, when it was night time, I think it was 8 p.m. or something, I decided to try the castor oil. I bought a castor oil, and then I just took 1 tablespoon of castor oil. So when I took 1 tablespoon of castor oil, I actually went to bed hoping that the labor and contractions would wake me up. Lo and behold, when it was 3 a.m. I started feeling kind of contraction and pain. Like, this one was quite painful. And before you know it, I felt it again. Before you know it, I felt it again and again and again. And it was coming every 10 minutes. Before you know it, got to 7 minutes. Before you know it, got to 5 minutes. I was like, I kind of videoed that part a little bit. I was in the bathroom. It was, everybody was sleeping. I was just there going through the labor, thinking that yes, that day is gonna happen. That day, to the 2nd of August, I'm gonna meet my baby. Well, you know what? The baby said, no, I'm not ready to come on the 22nd. So when it was morning time, I noticed that the, you know, time started to space out. Like, instead of having it every 10 minutes, now it's like every 12 minutes. Before you know it, got to every 15 minutes. But when it comes, it was quite painful. So I decided to call the hospital anyway, just to let them know. And they told me if I start having the contractions like every 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, I should, you know, give them a call again. So before you know it, you know, from 15 minutes it got to 20 minutes, from 20 minutes it got to 30 minutes. Before you know it, no more contractions. And I was like, what just happened? Like, did I just have a false labor? Like, seriously, I felt like crying. I was like, so this castor oil just, you know, gave me false labor, like false hope and all those things. So you know what, I decided to just let it go. I was not feeling the pain, but I noticed that maybe once in, you know, during the day, I'll just feel the contraction, and a painful one, and when I feel it, it comes and it goes, you know. It comes like every 1 hour, every once in 2 hours, you know. It comes and it goes, you know. So I just ignored it and I went about my normal day and everything. So when it was evening time, around 6 or 7 p.m, it started, you know, coming like every 10 minutes, every 10 minutes, every 10 minutes, from 10 minutes, before you know it, it started coming from from 10 minutes, before you know it started coming every 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. So that night we actually called in someone, my husband's brother's wife, to just come in, to just, you know, in case if it's gonna happen that night, she can stay with the boys and then we'll just go to the hospital. So lo and behold, before you know it, when it was 1 a.m., 2 a.m., it started fading away again, started spacing out again. Before you know it, got to 20 minutes. Before you know it, no contractions. I just, at that point, I felt so bad. I was like, oh my god, I just wasted someone's time. Like, what is happening with this labor? Why is it not coming? And at that point, on the 23rd, my mom was supposed to be on her way to my house that day. You know, she was supposed to be here in my house 23rd night. So that day nothing happened. In the morning everything went back to normal, and I still do feel the contraction. It comes, you know, once in a while. It just comes, and when it comes, it's quite painful, and it goes. Eventually I went you know, I went on my normal diet, was doing my normal thing and everything. So later that evening it started again. I started feeling the pain again, I'm like, what is happening? Like, why is this labor? Like, why is it like this? What is happening? So eventually I started feeling the contractions every 10 minutes. Before you know it, that evening I even went to pick my husband and my mom that evening. I think it was about 8 p.m. at night, and when they came, they saw that the pain was actually getting really serious. But me, I didn't have my hopes raised because I said I'm not going to feel disappointed anymore. I'm just gonna go with the flow. If it comes, fine. If it doesn't come, fine, you know. So that 23rd night, my mom was around, my husband's and brother's wife was around as well. So before you know, when it was 9 p.m, it was, you know, getting close, about 7 minutes, 6 to 7 minutes. Before you know it, you know, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 p.m. Before you know it, it got to 5 minutes, and the pain was, oh my god, have mercy. The pain, that was when I believe I was in active labor. That was labor, you know. That's what the midwives, that's what they class as labor, when you are in active labor, you know, and you're dilating. At that point I didn't even know how many centimeters I was, but the pain was crazy. Like, if I tell you, the pain was crazy. As in, I just needed someone to help me massage my waist when that pain comes, because as if my waist was about to go on fire. Before you know, when we got to 12 p.m, you know, we decided, we decided to go to the hospital, I and my husband. So we decided to go to, we're like, you know what, let them check how many centimeters dilated I am. If they said that I'm not dilated, then I can go back home, no problem. Let's just go and be sure. So after 12, at least, I think it was 12:25 or so, we went to the hospital. We got to the hospital about 12:30 because it's very close to my house. So when we got to the hospital, we went into the labor and delivery ward, and we told them everything. I told the lady there that I have this contraction every 4 to 5 minutes. She said, okay, I should go to the waiting room, the reception, and sit there. So we went to the reception, and I sat there, and I had the contraction there. It was so painful and everything. And before you know it, the next one that came lasted about 6-7 minutes, and my husband was like, wait, are you sure we're not gonna go back to square one? Like, why did this one take longer, you know, to come? So at that point I'm like, whatever, anyhow, whatever wants to happen should happen. I beg. I was just facing this pain that was crazy. So eventually the nurse came around to 1, or I think it was few minutes to 1, and, you know, took us to like a consultation room. She said she's gonna put on the monitor and check if I'm truly in labor, because she's gonna check the contraction, the intensity of the contraction, and also she's gonna check the time frame, you know. And I said, okay, fine. So she put the what's that called, monitor on my tummy, and then she left and said she'll be back in 10 minutes. So she came back in 10 minutes and she read the paper thing, and she was like, yeah, you're in contraction. It's not really regular, you know. It comes 6 minutes, it comes 5 minutes, you know. It's not regular, but you are in contraction because it's really, really intense, and I can see it must be painful, like she said. I said yes. So she said she's gonna do the vaginal check to see how many centimeters dilated I am, and she did that, and I was 2 to 3 centimeters dilated already. And I'm like, okay, at least thank God we're headed somewhere. She said she's not gonna send me home, she's just gonna leave me, keep me here and monitor me more. When it was 1:30 or so, 1:30 a.m. she came back and said there's this injection she would like to give to me if I want. It's just gonna make me feel sleepy. It's not gonna make me sleep through the contractions, but it's just gonna at least, you know, when I have the few minutes to rest, I'll just sleep a little bit and all those things. I said okay, fine. It's in form of like a pain relief, but it's not epidural, you know, so they didn't even ask me for epidural, and I didn't even want it, honestly. So she gave me that injection, and the injection just made me like, I remember when she gave it to me, I just started feeling sleepy, like so sleepy and so weak. And when the contraction comes, it's, you know, I still go through that same pain. It didn't reduce the pain at all. I still go through the pain, and after going through the pain, I remember when the contraction comes, if my husband is sleeping, I wake him up, please, my back, rub my back, as in my waist, you know, rub my waist. So you rub my waist, at least it helps a little bit, you know. So I was just going through the labor pain. 2 a.m. after, so they even came and switched off the lights, you know, in the room. It's just a small room where they just do checks, like it's not a normal delivery room or anything like that. So when it was after 2, I was still going through the pain. Oh, it was so painful, I won't lie to you. It was. Then after 3, still going through the pain, but I noticed that it was coming every 2 minutes. It was just coming 2 minutes. It, you know, it just comes so fast, you know, and the pain was so crazy. And you know, I went out and I called one of the midwives. They're like, the pain, this contraction is coming very, very close, like 2 minutes. She said okay, no problem, she's coming. So before you know it, she came. And when she came back, it was at least, I think it was after 3 a.m. in the morning, and I started feeling as if I want to go to the toilet. And I told her, I think I want to go to the toilet, please, what are we going to do? She said okay, that they're getting the delivery room ready for me. So when they got the room ready, they now took me there. That was about 3:30 a.m. So they took me to the delivery room, and they said I should lie on the bed. I didn't like the bed, because what I had with my first son was the water bath. I was in the bath, you know. So but on this bed, I just hated the bed, and I told them I don't like this bed, what are we going to do? They said that's the way it is, that's the way delivery beds are, you have to manage it, you know. They now said they're going to check me. So they now checked me, and the midwife said, yeah, she's 10 centimeters dilated, the baby is just right there, you just, if you have the urge to push, just push. I was like, God, thank you, Jesus. At least, finally, we have gotten to somewhere. We've gotten to almost the end. Like, so I told them still that I was not comfortable with that bed. If we can change position. So they said, okay, I can change position, but they have to break my water and then see if they can put a camera, like a monitor on the baby's head to check for the heartbeat, just to make sure that everything is okay. I said, okay, fine. So you know what? When it was 2:04 and they broke my water, my dear, the pain, when the contraction came, the pain was another level. Like, I started panicking. I was about falling off the bed, and they were holding me, and the midwife was like, stop kicking me. I think I was kicking the midwife, and they said, just relax, don't kick, stop kicking. At that point, I was not hearing anything they're saying anymore. I'm like, it's as if, hey God, I can't even explain this. Like, if you've been through this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So at that point, my husband was like calming me down. Baby, calm down, relax. I said, what are you saying? This man, you don't even know what you're saying. I better stay one place. Like, seriously, I was just panicking at that point, you know. So the lady couldn't put the monitor on the baby's head anymore. So she told me, I can't put the monitor, so I'm sorry, you cannot change position. I said, okay, fine. So I was like, okay, fine, if they can't put the camera, no problem, I'll stay in that position. But they should just raise my leg, you know, on there's this thing you put your leg on. So they put my leg on that, and then before you know it, I was having that urge to push. But I just, you know, the pushing was coming through during the contraction, but I didn't have the strength to push. And I don't know why, maybe because the injection they gave me then, I didn't have the strength to push. So the midwife was like, I'm wasting the contraction, I should try and just push, you know. The second contraction that comes, the second time, I should push. So when the second one came, that urge to push came, and I started pushing. I push, and they would say push, and before you know it, the head came out. And when the head came out, I was shouting. I started panicking again. I started kicking everybody. At this time, they had to hold my legs because, you know, the baby head was at that point, I didn't know what was happening. I was just panicking, to be honest. So they said I should just relax. The next one that comes, I should just push the baby out, okay? I should push it. I just told myself, you know what? This is it. This is the last and final one. Just do this anyhow and get it over with. So the last one that came with that energy and that, you know, determination, I just pushed, and you know, before you know it, the baby just came. The baby came out and they just gave me my baby, and it was so amazing. Like, there is no feeling like that. Like, it's just to see when you just have that baby right in your arms, you just forget the pain. Like, everything goes away, and I was so happy, and baby was happy, crying and just opening her mouth looking for food to eat and everything, and it was amazing. I think I have a clip I'm gonna put around for you guys to see, but it was so amazing. It's okay, sorry. I started telling the midwives that I'm sorry for kicking you guys. They were laughing, and you know, it's part of it anyway. I didn't even know what I was doing then. So after that, they gave me an injection and they tried to get my placenta out. My placenta actually took about 30 minutes. It refused to come out, you know. If they tried to bring it out, I just feel so much pain. So the midwife went to call the doctor. So the doctor came and tried. Nothing happened. And she told me that, you know what, I'm gonna try one more time, and if it doesn't come out, we'll take it to theater. I'm like, God, please, this is not my portion. Like, seriously, I just don't want to. What am I going to theater to do because of placenta? So luckily, she tried the last time and the placenta came out, and everything, you know, started settling down. I was just with my baby, and that was it. I was so happy. I felt so much joy. That morning, when it was I think 8 a.m. or so, I took my bath. And then later in the day, about 4 p.m. or something, they've checked the baby and they've checked me. Everything was okay. They discharged us. So I went home that day. I think I got home around 5 or something that day. So I went to the hospital around 12:30. I had the baby around 4:15, which was about, I think, about 4 hours, you know, of active labor, you know. And then I went home that day in the evening around 5 p.m. or so. It was just absolutely amazing, you know. I'm just so grateful to God. I thank God so much. I have my baby girl. She's so beautiful, she's adorable, you know, and her siblings, her brothers, they just love her to bits. Like, they always want to kiss her, they always want to cuddle her and everything. It's been amazing. I am so grateful for everything, and I thank God for everything, and that is what it's gonna be. I really enjoyed sharing this story with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. I love you guys. Bye.